Welcome back to another part. This is a very emotional chapter, so rewatch all the other videos to get a better idea. Moving to the story, these rabid dog has gone crazy burning the girl. The side character are in disbelief that asking her if she is not aware of the consequences. She starts crying, telling them that if it's for white gorilla she can go to any lengths. At this point this rabid dog and her one-sided love is getting on my nerves. This hypocrite literally tells them that it's regrettable that she can't do more because of her lack in power. She takes out a knife from her dress, regretting that she cannot witness the death of the Yeon-myeong. As she tries to kill herself, thinking that the Lord will seek vengeance on her behalf, at that moment Yeon-myeong rushed to her and literally chopped both her hands. Then he moves to little girl and starts absorbing the fire and destroys it. Then he tells her that not only did she harm innocent people but also tarnish the honor and sacrifice of Rabbit. Hear me out, I read everything before making recaps. He could have saved her before all these nonsense dialogues she spouted. But since she trampled on the pride of someone who earned his respect even as an opponent in a death duel, you see Rabbit had to die or else he would have killed Yeon-myeong. Moving to Yeon-myeong, he clearly tells her that it's stupid of this dog to expect a peaceful death. Lying on the ground, this dog is feeling the pressure, though Yeon-myeong thinks that although he said it, it's not for him to decide but the lizard. No matter what happens he cannot worsen the situation any further. This rabid dog tells Yeon-myeong that the Lord will never forgive him, no matter what happens, and all of it would be pointless since he is going to die by the Lord's hand today. Yeon-myeong is losing his temper, thinking of ripping her mouth apart. That's when a figure falls from the sky, releasing an internal energy so great that even shocks Yeon-myeong. As for the rest of them, they all stand as if time stopped. Rabid dog starts barking as he sees her lying on the ground. Instead of listening to her, he sees Rabbit standing still lifeless, but the next he looks on the side he finds his daughter burned, barely breathing. Seeing this, his easy starts glowing as he becomes emotionless. Yeon-myeong realized that the subordinates charged to fight him to death not because of their loyalty but because it would be better of die fighting than to face such wrath, as unbelievable amount of killing intent releasing from him. It's so much that side character cannot move and Mirio drops her weapon, thinking to herself if he is even a human. For the first time this bum gets nervous, thinking that the girl will not be able to withstand such an overwhelming force, so he will actually have to get serious about facing him. He moves past Yeon-myeong as if he couldn't see him. Don't get me wrong, Yeon-myeong is not weaker than him, it's just that he was taken aback. I have read the novel as well, no, I am aware of what is going to happen. Yeon-myeong thinks if he is ignoring him but realizes that he is going towards his daughter who was barely breathing. Dog again starts barking, telling him that Yeon-myeong killed Rabbit and did this to his daughter. Telling him if he is not hearing the cries of vengeance, so she requests him to kill Yeon-myeong right now. Come on, this Rabbit is talking way too much. The leader covers his daughter in his coat and walks away, ignoring the dog. She tells him to fight, barking about why he is leaving the scene. He tells her that everything is meaningless. Hearing this, dog starts barking again, talking about avenging the dead. As she continues barking he remains quiet, but Yeon-myeong had enough, so he shoves her into the ground, telling this dog to shut up since even his patience has its limit. So he warns her that the next time she does this he will rip her tongue out. Yeon-myeong didn't think things would escalate so much. The original plan was to kill of the air and draw attention to himself so that they divert their attention from the joint sect, which is busy fighting the demonic cult. It will change completely once the daughter of the leader is dead, as he ties a leash on the dog. Now the situation has gone beyond justification and became a personal vendetta. Mirio asks Yeon-myeong if he is going to chase the Lord down. Yeon-myeong tells her that if he doesn't the Tang family might be in danger, so he needs to see this though. Mirio tells him not to since the Lord is so strong that he even overwhelmed the heavenly pervert. Yeon-myeong tells he is not going there to fight, since if he has any reason left he won't kill someone who came to talk. Mirio asks him what will happen if they fight. Yeon-myeong clenches his fist, telling her that he will risk his life if it threatens the main family. Keep in mind Yeon-myeong is not even 1% strong as he was in his previous life. In the main hall of the Alliance, the doctor informs the Lord that they did everything to save his daughter, but the flames penetrated deep inside her body, so it's impossible to remove it considering her frail constitution. Hint number 1: the flames have reached deep inside her body. Hearing this, the Lord goes blank for a second, remembering flashback about Rabbit and his daughter. We shift to another scene where Lizard was young holding the kid, as the previous leader of the alliance was taking his last breath. Telling Lizard to take care of Yeonhee as his own daughter, since that time something inside has changed and to recover from the pain of loss he becomes stronger. Since he thought that if he was invincible no one close to him would lose their life. He guided all his brother to the Fire Realm, and gained the loyalty of power-hungry martial artists and built a very powerful force. But all of it was pointless as things like this can happen in places he cannot reach. Now he feels what his daughter felt when her straw doll was broken. From the grief he is feeling he can tear apart the sky. As he transforms, not able to control the overwhelming anger he is feeling, his hands change and he finds everything meaningless, but he won't repeat the same mistakes. And has gone crazy thinking of eradicating anything that can possibly bring harm to his people. He might be an Emogia dragon, but I won't give spoiler. Moving on to Yeon-myeong, he is busy dragging the rabid dog that is suffering from rabies. But a little spoiler, the daughter is not dead yet. Not saying anything more, this could have been one of the most GOAT chapter ever if the author managed to pull this off, but he messed up. This concludes the video. Make sure to like and subscribe for another part and watch my other videos. This video is not monetized. 2 swords strapped to his back, confronting a group of martial artists. These typical side characters, as expected, arrogantly act as if they are in control. One of them exclaims with glee, "We've finally found you. Hand over the book containing the secret technique." His superior, however, cautions him not to be overconfident, reminding him that many masters have died seeking out Legion. He unsheathes his sword and steps forward, taunting Legion for being so fearless despite his age. But before the man can finish his sentence, Legion strikes, sending him flying and killing him instantly. Seeing their leader killed, the rest of the group charges at Legion in a rage. But with nothing more than a single finger, he blocks their swords. In swift succession, Legion dispatches the first 2 attackers, and one by one, the rest fall without offering much resistance. In a matter of minutes, they are all defeated, and Legion hadn't even drawn his swords, he only used his bare hands. After the fight, the carnage continued. From the bottom floor to the top, Legion cut down everyone in his path, leaving corpses strewn across the building. When he finally reached the top floor, he kicked open the door to reveal a corpulent man surrounded by women who were massaging and fanning him. The man, known as the Gluttonous Emperor, leader of the Dark Hub, looked unfazed by Legion's entrance. The maids smiled seductively as they sensed Legion's presence. Legion noted the seductive atmosphere and commented, "Quite the aura, their charm technique so powerful that no ordinary man could withstand it." The Gluttonous Emperor thought to himself that Legion had been doomed the moment he entered the room.